Okay, what's going on, Bill?
Living the dream. I'm actually in Rocky Point right now in the Sea of Cortez.
Very good.
Beautiful.
So California via the Sea of Cortez. So how can I assist you? What's going on that you want to shift, change, make different?
What's the biggest blind spot holding me back right now, and how can I start addressing it?
Got it. So you're telling me that, or you don't know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
So how would you know you have a blind spot? And the reason is a lot of times we use these terms blind spot. And of course I'd be concerned if I had a blind spot because I would feel like I'm blind at that moment and I can't see something. So do we have a blind spot or you just don't know what to do next?
I don't know what to do next.
Got it. And Bill, how long has that been going on?
Probably the last 6 months to a year.
Got it. And then prior to that, what did you know that you felt like you didn't have this blind spot 6 months ago? It sounds to me like no blind spot, no blind spot, no blind spot. Now, like, I don't know what my blind spot is.
I made a major move and actually to Mexico. And since I moved here, that's when I sort of put the brakes on and feel stagnant.
Got it. Okay. So step one that I always tell everybody is we've got to figure out what our pattern is and we've got to become aware of it. So did you ask this, and I ask this to everybody who's listening right now, did you put a lot of energy, finance, time, thinking, emotions into the actual move? Or did you just wake up one morning and move 10 seconds later?
That was the most spontaneous thing I've ever done.
Okay. So you just woke up one morning and said, I'm moving to Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Literally, is that what you did?
Well, I've been coming here for a while and I was ready for a change. So,
okay. How many times when you were coming there did you say this would be a great place to live?
Every time.
Got it. So you think it was spontaneous, but it was pretty thought out. It was a dream, correct?
Correct.
Got it. So I want to be really, really clear about this. I don't believe you had a blind spot. I do believe that you didn't really plan this thing all the way through. And what I mean by that is you had a dream. You would go to this place. What was the first time you went to this place in Mexico?
7 years ago.
Great. 7 years ago, you're like, this is amazing. It's like we all do on a vacation. Oh my God, why don't I live here? This is incredible. Sound right?
Yep.
Next time you came back, oh my God, I could figure this out. Eventually you meet a realtor person. You figure out you can live here. You could find a real place. You don't have to stay in a hotel anymore. Am I connecting? You meet a couple locals, find a couple restaurants you like, and it's starting to feel a little more like home, correct?
Exactly.
Then you pulled the trigger.
Yep.
And you did what almost everybody does. You finally got what it is that you wanted. And typically when we get what we want, it's not that we have a blind spot. It's we're done. And I'm going to share this concept with you as human beings. Good for you for getting what you wanted, but most of us fall short of what it is we really want to do. Like the example a couple of weeks ago I talked about with U.S. figure skating at the Olympics. Most people just want to get to the Olympics. Other people want to win the gold while they're there, and they want to be victorious for their country. That is a very, very, very different target. So you don't really have a plan now that you're there, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, here's my question. If you got what you wanted, how did you make this happen? Because think about that for a second. How'd you do this?
I made it happen. I, like you said, found a realtor and walked in and knew that this was my place.
Okay, so you had a want, you made some decisions, you made some choices, and you actually did it, correct?
Correct.
Here's not a blind spot. I just believe that you need to extend and say, change your language a little bit and be aware of this. Is this the end result or is this the starting point? See, the challenge is you called this the dream, didn't you?
Yes.
This was not the dream. The dream is learning how to live there incredibly well and be a local and be a business owner in the area and be someone that's well known and be the capo de capo of the area and be the man, correct?
Absolutely.
But you didn't have that as a plan, did you?
No.
So think of it this way. If your dream is to get there, you got what you wanted. So I don't believe you put up a limit. I just think you put a prompt into ChatGPT, said, how do I move to Mexico? You got the answer. And you didn't say, how do I live here? How do I survive? And how do we make things happen? So is it that you have a blind spot, or is it that now you need to make additional decisions of what you want to do while you're here?
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, so I guess the question, and I don't call it homework, I call it preparation from this point forward, is another plan is to go out in the area today and really ask yourself this: what would you like to see happen that's not happening? And that's a great question. Say it back to me. What would I
like to see happening that's not happening?
Tell me two things.
Tell you two things.
No. Don't say tell me two things. Tell me two things.
Well, the first thing that I not see happening here is a soup kitchen for the homeless.
Very good. Stop right there. Now, that's great. If that's something you can do, you can work towards that. That's great. That's awesome. Congratulations. Great. If that's a step in the right direction of what you want. Now, I'm just saying, if that matters, go figure that out. Go start that. That needs to be your new plan. So here's the deal. Was moving here your dream or part of your dream?
Part of my dream.
You've been calling it your dream this whole time, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
When you call it part of your dream, you can get the other part. When you call it your dream, you call it whole. And in the pattern of our language, one of the challenges that we have is we encapsulate something fully. It's like someone says, man, I want to save $1 million. And then what happens is they say, I'm going to save $1 million, and they save $1 million. The cost of everything goes up. The amount what money's worth changes. There's inflation. And then what they really meant is, I want $1 million and I want a house and I want this. And they got what they wanted. And it's not disappointing that you got what you wanted. Congratulations. This is great that you did this. I don't know what your economics or anything are right now, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you, you just need to make the next decision. I think you thought when you got there it was just going to figure itself out. Childish to think that I'm just going to get there and it's going to work out. So I want to thank you for the question. You've got your marching orders. I'm not going to ask you what the second thing is. You've got to figure it out on your own, put it in the box and go from there. So if anyone can relate to what we just shared and you feel like you've set yourself up with a dream, because I believe more dreams destroy dreams than failures. And what I mean by that is I believe more dreams cause people challenges because they inappropriately set them.
Right.
And they don't picture themselves in the dream and they miss it. Like a story that I share quite often is I ask a high-level client of mine, I say, if you take, for an example, a person that's successful, and I say, hey, tell me what success would look like. And they describe, like even take your friend at the event, house on the hill. I know he would love to live in America.
Yep.
House on a hill, Camelback Mountain, Ferrari beach house, beautiful bride. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. And he's picturing like his wife, he's picturing his kids, he's picturing this beautiful house and the Ferrari and the beach house. And I'd look him in the eyes, I'd say, that's a great picture. Are you in it? And they're like, well, not really. I'm looking at it. I said, what did you die? Did they get the life insurance money? Is that how they got the house? And most people don't put themselves far enough into the thing they want. So one of the patterns we create is, especially when it comes to health, like we want to be healthier. We don't put a pattern in like, what do we do on the days we don't feel like exercising? What do we do on the days where we aren't doing the thing we want to do? So we've got to be in the dream. And then we've got to get the dream move turned on. And it's got to be 3, 4, 5 months, weeks into the dream, not just day one at the dream, into the dream and all the things that are happening and the good, the bad, the ugly, because that's what we need. So number one is really being aware of the pattern we have. And my friend's pattern is a simple one. He made a decision. He thought he was there. And that's one of the patterns people have is pattern number one, I would say people have as they become aware of is they make a choice and their choice is their limit. And they need to realize that they need to extend their choices and potentially make a new one.
That's really powerful. I mean, I can relate to that in some ways. When I first moved to the U.S. in October of 2021, that was a big dream of mine. I went through this like few month period where I was just like, okay, almost like vacation mode. I was like, okay, I'm here. And then I had to do that exact same thing. I was like, okay, well, now I want like a great group of friends. You know, now I got to identify what that next level in business is. So let us know if you got value from Bill's courage to ask that question live on air. If you can kind of relate to that in any way. I'm seeing some wows from Sean. I'm seeing some yeses in the chat. So it seems like that's definitely landing. And here's what I want you to recognize. You know, there's never been a better time for you to have your own breakthrough, your own aha, your own moment of personal transformation. And we actually have 5 days of live coaching coming up with Michael later this month. Imagine, you know, this is an hour that we get together almost every Friday. Imagine 5 days, couple hours a day with Michael, intentionally working on, you know, uncovering what are the patterns, the choices that are making that are causing you to play smaller than you're capable of, and how do we get your results to match your talent? Because everyone here is talented, super talented. So 5 days of coaching with Michael later this month. All you have to do is text action to 480-800-8051. The team will put the card on the screen as well. Action to 480-800-8051. We're doing something special right now.
They're going to be shocked when they see it. especially
something really
watching this
special.
afterwards. I'm going to be shocked when I see it, but this is our gift to you for watching the show right now, and feel free to use it and take advantage and share. You will be shocked when you send that. You're going to be like, I said what? And yeah, you're going to be amazed. So